Hi, welcome to the video on Google Colaboratory, part 1. By the end of this video, you will be able to explain what is Google Colaboratory and initialize the Google Colaboratory environment. Setting up the system for machine learning can sometimes be a little cumbersome and error-prone. Moreover, machine learning is a field which requires intensive computational power. So, if you are using a computer that does not meet the requirements to compute machine learning algorithms and complex calculations, it can become a bottleneck and can significantly increase time to complete the calculations. To address this bottleneck of hardware and make machine learning accessible to all, Google has released a free-to-use online computational platform called Google Colaboratory, or Colab in short. This online computational environment is a complete machine learning ecosystem with very respectable computational power, which makes setting up machine learning like a breeze. In this video, we'll explore how to use Google Colab for any Python and Jupyter Notebook related work. The first step will be to log into your Google Drive account, as Colab uses Google Drive for storage. If you don't have a Google account, I would advise you to pause the video here and set up a Google account first. Next would be to create a dedicated folder for your notebooks. I am creating by the name of Notebooks. Now, the next step would be to install the Google Colaboratory. To do this, right-click on an empty area and hover the More button, which will expand the menu further. Here, you will find an option to connect more apps. Click over it. In the new window that showed up, search for Colaboratory on the top right corner. Install the Colaboratory for your Google Drive. Click Continue when it prompts for the permission. Now, we can use the Colab over Google Drive. To create a new notebook, simply click over any empty space and again hover over More to expand the menu. This time, you should be able to find the Google Colaboratory option. Open it. This will open up a new tab in your browser. That's it. You have successfully completed setting up the Google Colab. Now, before we start working with Colaboratory, we need to make sure of a few things in order to have a smooth experience. Moreover, there are quite a few things which we can modify to suit our needs. I will only be covering the most fundamental ones which we require in this training. However, I would encourage you to explore the rest on your own. The first thing we need to check is whether we are connected to Google Cloud CPU or not. This can be done by looking over to the top right corner of the screen. Here, you can see a button called Connect. This means that we are currently not connected to runtime. Click on the Connect button to connect a runtime. It may take a few seconds. Once the connection is complete, the Connect button will be replaced by a green check mark and indicate disk and RAM usage. The second thing you should do is to name your notebook. The name on the notebook is mentioned on the top left corner. Simply click it and rename it. I'm going to rename this notebook as Hello World. Now we are ready to work with Colaboratory. Let's try something simple. The Hello World program. We will press Shift plus Enter to run this cell. Perfect. The program can run successfully and Hello World is printed as output. Which means that Google Colaboratory is ready for use. Note that this is an easier setup compared to setting up Python on your computer. But this always requires the internet connection. Now that we are all done with the setup of Colab, in the next video, we'll understand how the dataset is uploaded into Colab. See you then.